my God! You killed Kitty!
November 4, 2002. Somewhere in Quebec, Canada. A teenager by the name of Ghyslain Raza walks into the school's AV room. Him and fellow students are in the process of making a Star Wars parody video for the end of the year awards gala, but they are having a small problem figuring out the special effects. Lightsabers are out of sync with the video.
It's gonna work. It's passable, okay? This isn't terrible.
So one evening, alone in the studio, he decides to troubleshoot. Maybe, just maybe, if the lightsabers worked, they'd finally see me as the chosen one. Or at least stop calling me Jabba behind my back. He sets up the camera, grabs the makeshift lightsaber, and records a short video. The force was not strong with that particular attempt, so he shot another slower take. Then another. Then another. After many tries, it was getting late and he was getting frustrated. He thought, one more take, then home. Exhausted and frustrated, he decided to have a little bit of fun for the last take. After hours of trying and failing, he was fed up and just wanted to mess around, and that's what he does. After he is done blowing off steam, he grabs his stuff, leaves the videotape, and goes home, not thinking much of it. They record lots of things all the time. Who would want to see this? Little did he know, it would make him more famous than a moisture farmer on Tatooine who blew up a Death Star. Fast forward 5 months, April 2003. He walks into the computer room and sees that someone had saved an image from the video as desktop. His life was about to change in ways he could have never imagined. 4 of his classmates had shared the video around and uploaded it to the interweb. The video first appeared on Kazaa, a popular file-sharing platform of the time that was primarily used for downloading 3 songs over 6 hours and getting 47 new viruses on your family's gateway computer. In a world without social media, this video had to spread the old-fashioned way. Forward, forward, forward. You gotta see this. Clogging the inboxes of the entire offices. It crawled through the digital sewers of LimeWire and archaic forum boards, reaching millions in a matter of weeks. It spread faster than a pod racer on Bunta Eve and crashed about as often too. It was as if the entire internet joined the Rebel Alliance, except instead of blowing up Death Stars, they were remixing a Canadian kid's awkward lightsaber twirls. Okay, one more before we have to get serious. Even the Jawas were probably trading it for spare droid parts. Raza's unintentional performance resonated with audiences worldwide. It was funny, relatable, and a little bit of cringeworthy. A perfect recipe for viral success. But while the internet laughed and shared, Raza faced the dark side of viral fame. As the video spread, Raza became the subject of widespread ridicule and non-stop mockery. Students mocked him relentlessly, climbing onto tabletops to mimic his performance, while also reenacting his video in the hallways.
His favorite moments.
His school did nothing to help him. The administration saw him as a stain on the school's reputation, rather than a student in need of support.
You are one pathetic loser. No offense.
Reporters were everywhere, calling every second, tracking him to school, to his house, and even probably to his bathroom. all trying to get a couple of pictures, going as far as doxing him. He had to drop out of school and lost both of his friends. Every talk show and news program were bombarding their phone, all wanting a piece of the Star Wars kid. They had to unplug their phone and move out of the house for a while. And then there were the comments. People telling him to delete his character in real life and calling him a pox on humanity because of the way he looked.
Let the hate flow through you.
It was all becoming too much to bear. In a desperate move to stop the bleeding, Raza's parents decided to sue the classmates that uploaded the video.
So they're fighting back. They're suing who put the original video on the net, asking for $225,000 in damages. Doing interviews would seem like attracting attention, when in fact they're suing over all the attention.
But this just made things worse. Everyone started calling them greedy, saying they were trying to profit off the situation. All of this was taking a heavy toll on Raza. The constant, overwhelming attention led him to a breaking point. Soon, articles started surfacing everywhere, claiming he had been sent away. But it takes more than that to keep down a Jedi.
Funny and pathetic at the same time. They have Baskin-Robbins in the future? What do you mean, you're out of Baja Wamprat Gorditas? Motherfucking Tatooine Taco Bell, I'm taking your ass out. I think he's kind of sexy, he knows how to work that saber alright.
Raza quickly realized that reading comments on the galactic interweb was like poison. Think of it like reading every comment on Twitter redirected to one person, you, which was the situation he was in. Turns out reading every comment on the interweb was like staring down Palpatine's lightning. It just fries your brain. And when people told him to delete his character IRL, he was determined to do the opposite and stay exactly where I am. The media also made the lawsuit look like a cash grab. Not true. He had offers from Jay Leno.
A lot of critics are now saying Darth Vader is like President Bush. I'm making that analogy. I don't know. I don't think so. Napoleon Dynamite, maybe, but not.
And every other outlet across the galaxy, hell, even the far reaches of the Outer Rim wanted a piece. A weird Japanese game show offered him more credits than the Coruscant Senator's bribe fund. He could have taken the cash me outside route. Hell, he could have taken every social media star nowadays route. Hack too! I would literally break into George Lucas's house and force choke him, respectfully, in front of Chewbacca and R2-D2 if this video got 1 billion views. But Raza didn't take the cash me outside route. Didn't show up on reality TV, didn't start hawking lightsaber merch. No blue milk brand deals. He didn't do any of that in fear of making things worse. He did not want to give the dark side more to laugh about. Right before the trial was about to start, he understood that every reporter in the galaxy would be there amplifying his misery. So they decided to settle out of court to avoid that. The amount was nowhere near to cover any of the expenses for his counseling and tutoring, and the articles about him ending up being sent away to Arkham A also false. Since he couldn't go to his school, they hired private tutoring and developed a fast track for him to finish school early. So they had to find a place for him to write his exams so he wouldn't fail. The only quiet place was in a high school that was next to Arkham A. That's not to say it wasn't a dark time for Raza. It was. But he did not succumb to the dark side.
Feel your anger.
I didn't have time to wallow in self-pity. I had to stand up for myself. He had his family and he had the force with him. He had his family and he had the force with him. Meanwhile, once the word spread on the interweb of what his true situation was like, people started commenting that he shouldn't listen to all the haters, that he changed their lives.
I was once the awkward kid too, but I grew up, found confidence, and became a rock star. You're already a hero, Ghyslain.
People started an online petition to get him cast in the next Star Wars movie, which garnered over 140,000 signatures.
Clouded this boy's future is.
Over 400 fans of the video raised over $4,000 in donations and sent Raza a 30GB iPod, a gift certificate for electronics store, and a thank you letter. It wasn't exactly a hyperdrive, but it was enough to keep the TIE fighters out of his head for a while. Being a Star Wars fan in the early 2000s might have gotten you stuck in the locker, but at the end of the day, the internet has and always will be run by geeks. Despite the negative impact, the Star Wars kid video remains a pivotal moment in internet history. With its 1 billion plus views, it laid the groundwork for what would become a fundamental aspect of modern civilization, the memes. Despite the challenges, Raza remained focused on his education and went on to become a lawyer, driven by a desire to overcome the adversity he faced and make a difference. Today, he looks back at the video with cautious humor. It's complicated, part painful memory, part badge of resilience. He now speaks out about the long-term effects of online harassment and advocates for digital privacy, reminding us all the human side of viral fame. He holds no resentment to the people who posted the video. They couldn't have known the effect it would have, but it did change his life. He shot a video with a new hope of fixing a glitch, faced the dark side when the internet struck back, and returned stronger at the end. Isn't that what Star Wars is all about? That or some guy traveling across the galaxy to try his luck with his sister? I'm pretty sure it's the second. The end.